Thing that I have discovered after researching, studying, and of course through my own experience about dating is that there is a lot of incorrect information out there about dating, including the information given out at church through our singles ministries. We bring our out of context scriptures, bad teachings, and apply only when convenient principles into the mix, making for an entirely unique brand of that don't make no sense.
CP the artist back in the house, here to talk about why I cannot stand Christian dating advice. There's some Christian dating coaches that are just lazy. Let's get this right. Did you know that dating is nowhere mentioned in the Bible? Nowhere mentioned in the Bible, but what they like to do is give you verses that apply to married people, husbands and wives. Let's go back in time, give you a little history lesson. Back in biblical times, and mostly still goes on today in the Middle East, was a betrothal period. There was no dating.
Christian dating myth number 1. The Bible has clearly defined guidelines for dating. Okay, y'all. Dating is not in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible is dating mentioned.
Absolutely no dating. So I don't understand how you use the Bible to talk about dating.
That don't make no sense.
Someone told me that, hey, having a sexual marketplace is unbiblical. Duh! Dating is unbiblical. Back in the day, during those biblical times, a couple could not hold hands in public. Today, people who are dating in the Middle East, you cannot hold hands together if you're not married.
Today, Aslan's taking me to the market in Marrakesh, and technically we're not supposed to hug or kiss in public, but that's going to be really hard for me.
This whole dating concept is a 21st century concept. So we have to deal in the 20th century. We have to deal with the rise in feminism. We have to deal with the rise of one-parent homes and the issues that have permeated our society that had made all of us broken. We also have to deal with this. In the church, it's 70% women and only 30% men. And guess what? Most of those men are going to church because they're married.
Christian dating myth number 2. God will reveal to you the man or woman you are to marry the instant that you meet them. Waiting for God to drop your future spouse from heaven and tell you to marry them isn't faith, it's fear.
Number 1, men. Do not focus on marriage. That is a woman's job to do. That's not your job to focus on. Your focus is on your purpose, your money, and your masculinity. Those 3 things is something that you should be working on. Your masculinity, learning how to be a strong man, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Your purpose, making money, so that when you attract a woman, she's going to look at you as a provider and someone she can put her security with. Even back in the biblical times, what did I say? A guy had to show that he was able to create a purpose for his life in order to have himself a wife.
Christian dating myth number 4. You shouldn't be dating because you should be focusing on Jesus right now. Listen, y'all, unless you have the calling of singleness or otherwise make a decision to just not date for a time, this sentiment does not really make sense. If dating hinders your relationship with God, why would you ever date or even be married? If you're focusing on Jesus during this season, who are you focusing on during all the other seasons? That don't make no sense.
Women, Focus on your femininity, focus on accountability, and focus on, wait for it, respect. Hold on. Respect in the term of when you meet President Obama, whether you were for his politics or not, you have to show that man respect. It's caring and acknowledging someone else other than yourself. Okay? But the problem today is respect, submission is such a four-letter word to women because we live in a narcissistic generation. We live in a generation that's all about self.
Dating myth number 6. If you meet someone at church or a Christian conference, they can be trusted and you can easily know where they are spiritually. Y'all listen. If you don't hear me say nothing else today, hear me say this. Jesus taught us to be fruit inspectors, not gullible and naive, y'all. Wait for the Holy Spirit to reveal who they really are. Someone once said, going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than going to a garage makes you an automobile.
We need to understand human psychology, right? When you text a girl for a date and she knows what, she doesn't text you back, it's not that you over pursue her. You have to pursue someone else. You have to recognize reciprocity. This is why we have a manosphere that works better than most of these Christian, YouTubers that get up and just want to, tell you about Proverbs 31 women and, Ephesians 5:25. That's all you got? That's all you got? What about the statistics? What about the human factor, psychology, right?
This thinking puts God in a box and is contrary to his word that tells us he works all things for our good. Yes, he can, has, and will continue to use the internet to connect people. Now, if that connection ends in a date or marriage, great. If not, that's also great.
And there's another thing, right? This thing going around like women are the prize. No, men are the prize. In any kingdom, the king selects his queen. Men are the prize. And guys, start treating yourself this way because this is what, and you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say it. This is what women really want. They want the prize. They want the guy at the finish line that was first, not the guy that was just a good guy that he trained but he ended up last. No, it doesn't work that way. Look at human society. Men, be the best you could be and you do the choosing. That is attractive to women. Oh, CP, no, that's not true. It is true if you know human behavior. The sexual marketplace, it's a real thing. Hypergamy, it's a real thing. Being a beta male is a real thing. Being an alpha male, a sigma male is a real thing. And if you don't choose right, you will end up divorced and lost. So fellas, man up. Ladies, women up. But be careful of the narratives that you are placing that are just giving people a fairy tale that will end in a nightmare, okay? I am tired of this cookie cutter advice that you are giving Christians in a dating world where they are failing in. We do need to listen to a little bit more of Apollonia Puente or Kevin Samuels. Hell with it. At least I take 90% of what he says than this fairy tale that you're giving us. Because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's fairy tale. It's beta male behavior. No, men, you are the prize. You are the prize. Act like kings, because that's what women want. They want a king. They don't want no freaking joker. Let's stop this, man. Get me all hype. CPN artist, I'm out.